I'm not much of a rule follower. In fact, I pretty much don't like rules. And I've just come across one recently that makes no sense while I sit here on a very, very wet, rainy evening. So, my mother gifted my sister her shares at my suggestion because she needs some money and Mum wasn't using it. So I used to work in stockbroking, so I knew how to do all that. It was quite easy to do. And then all of the legalities and rules and stuff started to come in to play. And all I wanted to do was, my mother was gifting something to my sister. Mum can't explain all that to Centrelink, so I talked to Centrelink, and apparently you're only allowed to gift $10,000 in a year. I mean, what the hell it has to do with them, because Mum didn't get any money for it, she gave it away. So Centrelink have gone off, and so she doesn't get more pension, which I thought she would get, but she doesn't. Mind you, Dutton is getting $280,000 a year pension, and he doesn't get asset tested. Wherever the justification is for that, I don't know. Means tested, but anyway, that's a digression. So, yes, Mum gifted the share, so Mum gets no money for it. My sister needs the money, and I don't, so I'm happy for her to have that part of what would be the estate when my mother passes. So that's the whole idea, is to give the money now. So there's also a tax thing about capital gains tax. And I still haven't got my head around it because it makes no sense. So this one rule covers everybody. So the shares have been given away, and my 90-year-old mother, who doesn't have any money except for the pension, now she's got no shares, is meant to pay capital gains tax on money she didn't receive. She gave it away and didn't receive it, so there's no money, and she's meant to pay tax on 50% of the profit. Anyway, so that rule is made up so that billionaires and wealthy business people can't do that and can't just give things away. But there's no exception to the rule. So she could be up for, a $50,000 tax bill for all I know. I don't know, we can't find all of the purchase documents for the shares. But I just, that is absolutely ridiculous. You can't have just one rule for everybody. I understand why it's like that, but in this circumstance, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's just, I've spoken to Mum's accountant, and yep, that's the fact, that Mum is meant to pay tax on money she didn't receive. So by giving it away and not receiving money, she's meant to pay tax on money she doesn't receive. Anyway, I think it's absolutely ludicrous, and another example of how basically fucked our government is and our rules and regulations are, and I'm sorry to swear, but I do swear. Some people may be surprised by that, but I have got a pretty foul mouth, because things like this are just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'll be able to find the dates. My mum bought some of the shares. We've got 2 of the purchases, not the whole 4. But I'm not going to lodge her tax return for a very long time, because it's just so ridiculous. How can somebody pay money on, pay tax on something that they haven't received the money for? Apparently there's laws in coming through for unrealised profits as well. I don't know. I've seen it. Thank you for agreeing with me, Steve. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, it's just another, rules and regulations. There's just more and more and more and more and more. And, people are becoming aware of it. There's a lot of talk on social media about how ridiculous it is. The government is clamping down on everything. You can't even paint your house without scaffolding now. So before Mum's second husband passed, when Bob was 88, he painted the house. Clearly he didn't get up high and do things, but he put things up on a pole. But it's absolutely ridiculous that anybody who paints a house in New South Wales anybody, no matter what, has to go to the expense of putting scaffolding around. What happened to personal responsibility? I don't need to get in touch with the Great Australia Party. I'm just not lodging my mum's tax return. It's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I've got a friend, Jason Miles is my friend. He was in the Great Australia Party. So, but yeah, it's just, there is one rule. Capital gains is a standard rule for absolutely everybody. And it's basically just, well, excuse my language, but it's fucked. And so, yeah, we won't be contributing to that. Apparently I was supposed to have thought of all this beforehand, but I was helping out, intervening, giving up what would potentially be my inheritance. I know when someone passes away, to get their shares, you have to lodge a probate, and now so many people are dying in the last few years that a probate now takes 3, 6, 9 months to. So this money was going to be held up if my mother had already passed. So we did it beforehand, got it when my sister needed it. So yeah, I'm just not going to do anything about it. You know, my tax return didn't go through until March or something like that. So we've probably got till March next year. And, you know, Mum's pretty forgetful, so she won't be able to lodge a tax return if she can't do it herself. Anyway, that's just me, and you can probably hear the rain. It's pretty relentless today. Where I was at the bay, it wasn't raining when I left at midday, but it's been raining in Newcastle all day. And it's, yeah, much heavier now, so... I'm parked on a car park because I can't park on the grass today. It's just too wet, really, really soggy. And I've got a friend who lives out the back here, Cole. He's 84. And when he gets back from the club, I'm going to go over in his house and I'm going to have a port because he's on his own, and we have a nice chat and, yeah, have a port together and a bit of a chuckle and a laugh and a chat. So, yeah, tomorrow is... walking day, women out walking. Wow, the walking group of my mum's and I really love going. There's some really interesting women in that, so I'm going to be off early, pick mum up and go for a walk. So hopefully it's not raining, but we still go if it rains. So around a bit less on the weekends because that's when I do family time more, so when mum doesn't have anything on. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. Someone else might think that this is normal, but I do not think that makes any sense to have to pay tax on money you don't get. Much love, everyone.